Welcome back to the channel. So I've got a couple of interesting reviews coming up here for this company here, which is Steelwork models, which not a lot of people have probably heard of. They're from Germany, made in Germany, and the website is this one here. There's a little bit of extra vehicles and aircraft that they've got here, and it's steelwork-models.de. I had these sent over from Germany. I bought a couple models. It was very quick. Price wasn't bad at all. I think they was worked out about £25 each for resin 1/72 aircraft, which is pretty much what you expect. That was with postage to the UK. It was all done through PayPal. Very simple. So we've got a very nice box for those that are interested in such things. And open it up, and there we are. We've got a set of instructions, which we'll look at in a moment, and then we've got the model in here, which is all bagged or wrapped in bubble wrap, like this. Is fuselage and wings, and then we've got all the smaller parts in bags here. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. I will get it out and keep it out and put that to one side. So let's just have a look at the instructions quickly. So what we've got is, this is the Miles 2E Hawk Speed 6. And I like these little British aircraft. I've got a couple of them that I've built. I've done the SBS resin model of the Miles M2H Hawk, which is a bit of a two-seater. It's a very similar aircraft, to be honest. And this was nice. Expensive for what it is. There's now a plastic model of this out, and we'll get to that in another review. But what we got here, this is really this was used. Well, what's good about this is it was used in two places, and you've got both options. So you've got the British version, so it was used in the King's Cup air race at Hatfield, and we've got it with or without the 5 on the back, and with or without the red propeller. So this is Hanworth in May 1936. This is the King's Cup race with the 5 on it, which was 1935. GACTE is the codes, and then we've got the King's Cup air race July 9th 1936, which is presumably the following year, which is again got the 5 back on it. And then this aircraft gets sent over to Spain during their civil war, which people know I'm interested in, and then it was kept in that livery, certainly underneath, but red bands put on, red band around the fuselage, camouflage over the top, and then the Republican rudder, strangely painted around that 5. So that's going to be, well, it's not going to be tricky. You could just put the decal on, but we don't have to paint around it. So what we've got is this. That's the parts breakdown, as you can see here. So we've got one-piece fuselage, horizontal stabilizers in one piece, the whole wing in one piece with the cockpit floor. Then we've got the spats for the wheels, a few parts for the cockpit, which is the seat and the control column and things like that. We've got the 2 propeller blades, the 2 different propeller spinners, nose cones, rudder, the former for the vac form windshield, and exhaust stubs. So it's all very simple stuff. And as you go on through, showing you where your decal goes. So you've got a decal for the instrument panel, and that's in there. And then you've got these parts going on. Then we've got decal 2, which is, let's have a look what we've got here. That's like a compass, for want of a better word. So that's going on this piece here, which just slots in. Then we've got the cockpit, which is put onto the wing, and then we bring the wing on, put all the parts in, tailplane all gets put in, the spats, all of this all put on, a little bit of wire added, and then your model is sorted. You put your windshield on, and then you've got 2 different types of propellers. So you just got, well, it's actually a nose cone, 2 different parts of spinner for different versions that you're doing, and then you've got the exhaust stubs going in as well. And then you paint your model and stick your decals on. So very nice. Now, one thing they do quite well is these short run decals, which people don't always do that well. Now it's all the same thing. This is one sheet. It does say here that the decals are produced by Sol Ink Print Technology. Clear decal film is on the whole area of the decal sheet, and you cut out the part that you want. Now I do that anyway because I don't like getting edges with carrier film. So what you can do, you just cut around your part. You see there's no carrier film edge because these are all the carrier film. But they do this silver reflective decal. They do it very well. I've not seen it done quite that well with short run. So I'm not sure what these are for. It'll be parts on the plane. What number is it? 3. Yeah, they're parts here on the is that that's the upper wing. So there'll be presumably dials on the top of the wing to measure fuel or something like that, because obviously they're slightly old planes. But the register's very nice. Them being black, they should block out anyway. Even if they are a bit thin, they look absolutely fine to me. Nice decal sheet there, and as I say, with a ruler you cut around there, then you won't have any carrier film edge. Very nice. I've used these type of decals before. They do a nice range of decals that you can buy. So that's those parts. So now let's have a look. We'll start with the wing. So there we go. One very nice whole piece wing, some good strong locating points there for the spats, nice detail all over. These are those raised areas. I don't know if we can see it, it's a bit glaring a little bit, but there are 2 raised portions here, which is where those decals go, and you can see there you've got the rudder pedals and the center section where the control column goes. You can see the ribs here. You can see nice subtle ribbing running down the wing, very subtle. A little bit of an edge to the wing, just wants to run around with a sanding stick, just on that fine point there. That's your one-piece wing. Then we've got a one-piece fuselage section here, which say there's no seams, there's no problem, and then your wing is going to join on, and as if by magic it clips in. No problem there. You're going to be using super glue. Now all you need to tend to work out is you might need to thin this down a bit so you get a good positive join, but I mean you can't really hope for much better than that. That's what your plane's going to look like. Your cockpit would be in there. You're pretty much built. And we've got a nice bit of detail up in there. We've got sidewall detail, and then we've got the actual instrument panel is in there, so you slide the decal up into that and then you'll see it through there. Then we got the small bag here. So this has got the former for the vac form windshield. Now when I say former, you don't need to form it, it's already been done, but it's a template. So what you do is you put it's already on there, you put this windshield section on, then you cut around these scored lines in this piece of resin. So you cut around it. Has this already been done? Nope. And then that will be the shape that you need. You see there's a line there, you just use that line with a very sharp blade, then a crayon, and then back down, and that will be your model. That will be your windscreen sorted. And you've got 2 there in case you mess one up, I think, unless are they different shapes? Nope, so there's 2 there. You often get that with vac forms because it's so easy to run into an issue. So you've got one chance to get it right, one chance to make a mistake, and then the second one you know what not to do. Very small parts in there as well. And we do have I think this is some of these sections that are very fine have got wire in them, so it's been formed around wire. It's resin like there. I think that's a pitot. So for obvious reasons I won't be getting them out of the bag. And then we've got all the kind of larger parts in this bag. So we've got the two wheel spats. Let's see how they look when offered up. Yeah, so just want a little bit of work, either opening the hole or one of the connecting points there, but as you can see they go on very good. So it's a good positive joint, and then you can obviously level it up and then run your super thin super glue in there, or maybe put a dab of slow super glue in there so you can still maneuver it and straighten everything up with your straight edge. Excellent stuff. And then we've got the rudder. Well, that's absolutely fine. So that's good to see. I mean, people who build resin models will know it's never usually quite as simple as this. There's always a bit of fettling needed. Hang on, so I expect that goes in that way. Yep. Well, again, look at that. I actually think that might have been the wrong way around. It's that way. Yeah. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that for a dry fit on a resin model. It really is quite good. Now, I must stress this isn't often the case with these types of models. Then we got the seat there again. I mean, all the work's been done for you. It's not even on a, I thought that was on a cleanup stub, but it's not. It's actually it's what the seat sits on. It's all done. It's be a good place to start with a resin model. You've got the two different types of nose cone there, and that's your propeller blades. So there we are, the Miles M2E Hawk Speed 6 from Steelwork models in Germany in 1/72 scale. Full resin model. I think is a fabulous example of how to make a resin model plane. Exquisitely done, very well thought out, precise in its casting. Looks like it's going to be a joy to build, and it is. I would suggest this is a very good place to start if you've never built a resin model before, actually, because this kind of takes you most of the way through the steps, so you can get used to actually working with resin as opposed to plastic, using the different super glues before having to worry about actually fettling a model that's not initially in a good way. So there's not loads of extra work here. This is a simple resin model ready to go with good detail of a very interesting subject. So there we are. Like I said, I bought these direct, and it's absolutely no issue. So I'll put a link down below where the website was, because it would be nice if more people knew about them, I think, from a personal point of view. So there we are. If you are interested in this, have a look at some of the stuff that they produce. They do a lot of extra parts for 1/72 models, decals, resin conversions and updates and things like that. So might be useful for you guys who are into 1/72 planes. So as always, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next video.